Getting into our last match of the night, you guys, so I need you all to get hyped, to get jazzed, to get funky with it, and we're going to see who is going to move on to the round of 8 in the Platinum Heroes tournament, and who is going to go home. In the top right, let me try that one again, in the top left-hand corner of Kings Cove LE for the last time today. I promise it's the last time today. In the top left of Kings Cove LE, in the green, it is Viden and his opponent. In the bottom right, playing Terran in the goldenrod from Clan SpaceX. Oh, it's Elon Musk. This is his Smurf account. It's Invalid. So we have seen Invalid play on stream before, but we have not yet seen Viden. So I'm interested to see what Viden's going to do. Pretty standard Zerg opening so far. Hatchery first. Save it up. There we go, for that spawning pool. Cry of the Planet in the chat. I know it's 3 minutes behind, so I can't respond right away, but hopefully you're still listening when it comes around. How often are these tournaments going to be showing up? That's a good question. This is our first one. This is the first one the server's ever done. I'm not actually part of it. I helped out a little bit and I'm casting it. This is the first one, but honestly, with $100 prize pool in both tournaments, they're definitely going to be happening more often. Oh, a nice pickoff there of the SCVs. But yeah, I don't see this not happening again. This has been so much fun. I don't know if I can cast for 14 hours every night, and I certainly can't do it while WCS Kiev is going on, because that's 21,000 people on Twitch that aren't watching me. But a fun Matcherino tournament would be fantastic every, I don't know, month or 6 weeks or something. We'll definitely bring you more action later. In the meantime, if I can just pimp my own channel for a second, I do stream games like this at least once a week. On my personal stream, I do viewer 1v1s, and you're welcome to join me anytime to play a casted game live on stream. No tournament, no sign up, no prize pool. Just tell me you want to play. Pop into the chat, I'll find somebody to play with, and then we cast the games live. It's a ton of fun. Alright, Reaper is going to get in here. He's going to scout out that early Roach Warren, and it looks like Invalid is going to be pretty happy with what he's seen there, I think. The Queen's going to come to try and drive the Reaper away. The Reaper not focusing down quite correctly. Won't get any kills there, but it is going to check out and see the natural expansion isn't saturated yet. And the second Queen going to drive the Reaper away also. Nice little pick off there on the supply depot by these 6 Zerglings, it looks like. They probably got an SCV as well, I think. And that's going to keep Invalid back at home for a while. It means this second command center is not going to be very valuable for the time being, as it won't be able to push anything out. Now, there are Marines. There is one Marine here to... Oh, I found the fly again. He's back. Oh, you son of a... Where did you go? Anyway, Hellions out for Invalid. Going to be able to push away these Zerglings. Ooh, taking a lot of damage there, those Hellions. A little lack of micro and some good surrounds by the Zerglings there. The Hellions are going to need to get repaired to be valuable at all. But, oh man, there are roaches and they are coming fast. There is no bunker. There is no Banshee. There is a Liberator, and it'll be out in time. But I don't know how much work that's going to be able to do. I think Invalid could be in some real trouble here, as we see 7 roaches steaming across the map with 12 Zerglings and another roach on the way. He's all in. He stopped drone production. Why is he not pulling the boys? That's what we all want to see. Come on, man. Pull the boys. Pull the boys. Pull the boys. Zerglings coming down. They're going to meet up with these roaches. The roaches are going to be ready to go. There's going to be... Okay, there are a couple Hellions out now. So we've got 5, 6. There's going to be 6 Hellions total. Oh no, he's investing in an armory. He's going to see these roaches and immediately regret his life choices. The Zergling's going to get a surround on the Hellions. The Hellions going to get pushed back, but their pathing is all messed up, and the roaches are going to start going to town. The armory immediately canceled. The SCV taken out, and the roaches waddling forward. We see 6 more Zerglings in production. Factory and 2 Hellions on the way, but the roach is going to knock down a supply depot for dang sure, and it looks like Invalid is going to start praying for his life. Second supply depot going to get knocked down. Oh no, that's not. They're going to refocus their attacks, picking off a Reaper. 5 SCVs have gone down. The mineral line's under attack there. The attack in the natural here. The SCVs have been pulled. Gonna try and get some surrounds on these roaches, and it looks like the micro from Viden isn't quite what he wants it to be. The SCVs are gonna pick off a lot of these roaches. I'm very surprised the Hellions are getting a lot of shots off here, but 25 SCVs have gone down, and the Zerg are still here. The second Hellion is gonna go down. Liberator finally sieges up, but, you know, roaches can move, so as long as he gets out of those liberation zones, he's going to be just fine. We see that the Terran has 2 SCVs left, and I don't care how good mules are. That is the end. This game is over. Okay, Viden's staying in it, practicing his micro. This is a nice little, you know, micro practice simulator. Does have a siege tank out now, but unfortunately the roaches are already, or the Ravagers are right on top of it, rather. A couple roaches in the background as well. Siege tank gets picked up, Liberator goes down, and there's the official GG from Invalid. And wow, Viden taking a 5.5-minute win. Very impressive work. Game 1 goes to Viden. Let's put 2 minutes on the clock. I'll get these players back in quite shortly, and we can go on to what is possibly the last game of the night. I don't believe it. It feels like we just started yesterday. Get a map pick here from our losing player. Invalid, who's going to let us know where he wants to play next. And we have got a choice. Rock and roll. Let's get these players in the game, and we'll get started right away so y'all can go watch Cyril. Apparently he's coming soon, so we can go raid the WCS, because that's what I wish I could be doing. I think I'm just going to fall asleep after this, though. Jiminy Christmas. It's been a long day for me, too. Got her ready from one player, need her ready from the other player, and then we were ready to roll. All right, rock and roll. All right, I know the clock says 40 seconds, but I am going to lie to you, and we are going to get started right now. I'm not going to make you wait for this any longer. Oh, I'm seeing some really nice chat. You guys are being very polite to me today. Thank you so much. I'm glad you all have enjoyed this tournament. Again, the tournament is halfway over. We have got just as much StarCraft action tomorrow. So don't be sad. Be happy. We are reaching the conclusion of the tournament. It's going to be super fun. All right. Choosing as his map choice, Kairos Junction LE. We find on the bottom right-hand corner our player who is down in the series 0-1. In the yellow, playing Terran, it is Invalid. Got that TB widget there, that a boy. And in the top left-hand corner in the green after a successful roach rush, will he do it again? It is Invalid. Oh. Is he going for it? Okay, no, he's going to expand. Okay. So he did drop an expand first. I thought he might be real cheeky and go hatch first. But so far, not yet. This game might go longer than 5.5 minutes, guys. I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but it might. Alright, so Viden finally gets the spawning pool down. Invalid with a pretty standard opening as well. We're going to see that barracks finish up, and I've got to imagine a Reaper popping out quite quickly to get a scout out on exactly what the Zerg opponent is up to. Now, Invalid banking a lot of minerals here. Looks like he wants to expand first right after this. So it won't be a factory. In fact, it will be barracks followed by command center on the low ground. That means Invalid has got to feel pretty happy about what he's seeing. He is getting a full scout off as well. No roach war in this time around. So, well, not yet anyway, of course, because there's no spawning pool. But Invalid going to count that as a win. And let's see if Viden decides to play some cheeky tech once again. Invalid says, oops. I'm not sure what he's oopsing about. Maybe the placement of this supply depot? Don't worry about it. That's mysterious. What? Wait, what is Viden oopsing about? Or Invalid oopsing about? Did he mess up the placement of something? No? I'm really not sure what this is. Somebody in chat, I'm sure, can tell me later, but... Hey, Ball Kid OP. Thanks for the follow, man. I appreciate it. And oh my gosh. Bayaka... Oh, you got a hell of a name. Byakuya... Byakuya Split Pusher. I'm hoping that's like a character from a... something. Thanks for the follow. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the tournament. I hope you'll tune in again tomorrow. Oh, now that is sportsmanship. Look at that. Need a quick pause? No, he's good. All right, you champion. All right, I don't know if that's actually tournament etiquette, but it looks like he's Invalid looks like he's a little bit shaky right now. I hate to see that. I hope nerves aren't getting to him. This is just a friendly tournament. I know there's some money on the line, but come on. We're just here to have a good time. I hope nobody's getting their nerves up about winning this money. That's not what we're here about. It's crazy that we have so much money, but you know, we're here to learn and grow and show off our skills. Not to, you know, brag about our Liquipedia earnings. So, all right. So we've got Invalid has two barracks down, starting stim. Looks like he's going for another bio push this game. The factory is out. No starport on the way just yet, so it probably won't be an early marine drop like we've seen some of our other Terran players doing this game. Viden so far, no additional tech beyond this spawning pool, so it looks like he's going full macro this game. Really cranking out a lot of drones, going up to 35. Wow, hold on, 42 drones already? Wow. Not afraid to make this a long macro game and outgrow his opponent. I mean, look at this income tab. You can see once that third base got plopped down, he is doing great work. The mules obviously still making a huge difference, but yeah, Viden really taking advantage of his opponent's, I think, skittishness from game number 1. That's a really great match strategy. Oh, sorry about bumping the microphone there. Apologies, guys. It's a really great match strategy. You know, do something crazy, reckless in game 1. Push at 5 minutes with 8 roaches. And then game 2, just sit back on 3 hatches, 4 hatches. Make a couple zerglings, but whatever. Double Evo chamber. Go nuts, man. This is fantastic. Good play from Viden here. A little supply block there from losing an overlord, but he's going to make 6 overlords to make up for it, so he'll be fine. We do see +1 coming out now for Invalid, and Stim just about to finish here, 10 seconds away or so. And wow, 3 more barracks coming down, as well as a missile turret. Where's that missile turret? What is that missile turret for? There's no spire? Okay, just being extra cautious this game, I guess. Viden's first actual tech beyond spawning pool is Baneling Nest, which is an incredibly good read after seeing all those barracks coming down. And oh, wow, there it is. Invalid gonna... Oh, there it is. Invalid gonna load up into these medevacs and start pushing across the map. Now, I will say Viden has a lot of drones out right now. It looks like he's going up to 60 drones at 6 minutes. That's crazy. Okay, pushes away 1 overlord. Looks like he's not gonna get the kill, I don't think. He's gonna stim for an overlord? Wow. He really wants that, but yeah, the Zerglings know what's up. You take out our Overlord, we take you out. But here we go. There's the drop with the Zerglings out of position. This drop of the third might actually do a little bit of damage. He's going to drop here behind the mineral lines. A quick stim on the ones that are already dropped on the ground. And here we go, man. Viden looks like he's going to clean up that drop, but the drop is going to head straight to the natural. There's nothing waiting for it there except for 3 queens. Now, if the queens moved into position, they could probably take out the medevacs a little bit more quickly, but it looks like the queens aren't quite in position yet. Doing a good job focusing down the medevacs, though, and 1 medevac goes down. Second medevac forced to pick up, but it looks like the queens are going to get it, and the second medevac goes down as well. Oh, man. Invalid, I think, is just not feeling very well. He said he had the shakes earlier, and I wonder if the nerves are starting to get to him. Poor guy. He does set up a siege tank back home, but I think that drop put him significantly behind where he wanted to be. And yeah, we see 13 Banelings with speed just getting started. 13 Banelings morphing in. We could see a Baneling bust here quite soon. Again, I've got to stress, though, no additional tech here for Viden. He doesn't have anything on the map aside from a Baneling nest and a spawning pool. He hasn't even used his evolution chambers yet. They're not spinning at all. So a little bit of a misplay, I think, or sloppy play at least from Viden. So while this is a really good play so far, and he's kept it together very well, there's certainly plenty of room for improvement. And here we go there. Finally, +1/+1 starts. He must be listening to my cast in the future. +1/+1 finally does start. He's got a 4th hatchery going down, and he's moved his army out to protect a little bit more. So I think he's in good shape. 3rd command center now on the way here for Invalid, who looks like he's going to float over to this 3rd command center location and not continue northward up the map to the 3 o'clock position. Either is fine on this map, I think. Does have an armory coming down, I assume, for the +2 armor and weapon upgrades for his bio units, as well as maybe some tank upgrades if he continues to crank out tanks out of one factory. A lot of medevacs coming out now, up to 4, but it looks like here's the first Zergling run by. 1 big siege tank shot going to kill 3 Zerglings and destroy a couple more. Stim Marines walking in front of their medevacs there. Okay, not going to catch the rest of those Zerglings and Banelings. As soon as he can force this tank to unsiege, I think Viden has a good shot of getting in there, but for right now, there's no chance of getting in that wall. So he's just got to go back home with these really flimsy units and wait for his +1/+2 to finish up. Ah, there it is. Look at that. A macro hatch is going to get scanned. And pathogen glands is also going to get scanned. Infestation pit, hive tech, and pathogen glands. Wow. Ling Bane Infester? What year is it? Oh my god, I would love to see some nasty fungals in one of our last games of the night. I tell you, I used to main Terran. I started playing random so I can learn to cast a little bit better. But even as a Terran player, my 2 favorite things to happen in the game are Baneling landmines on Marines, because there's nothing more beautiful in the world than watching a bunch of Marines die, and beautiful fungals on huge clumps of bio units. So fingers crossed Viden can give us a little bit of a show here as Pathogen Glands finishes up and his lair tech begins to move as well. Meanwhile, the army for Invalid not looking too shabby. Combat shields finished up. We see +2 on the way. I think he's forgotten about his 2nd engineering bay. I've never seen him upgrading 2 weapon and armor upgrades at the same time. It's always just out of this engineering bay. So, very interesting choice there. We do see a huge load up here to the 3rd base. This hasn't been spotted yet, but there it is. The creep tumor is going to spot it, and I imagine we'll see an immediate cancel on the drone moving down. Oh no, he's going to keep that drone going down, but here we go. Here's the big drop at the base. Zerglings and Banelings forced to come in from the middle of the map. A couple of infestors on their way. Plenty of energy to drop some nice fungals here. We'll see what they can get done here. The Queen's forced to pull out. Only 7 drones lost. Some big Baneling hits. The fungals and the Baneling hits together are going to absolutely decimate that Terran army. What an absolutely beautiful attack. The Queens are still there to pick down some of the medevacs, and that is got to be the end of the game. Hokey smokes. That is absolutely beautiful play there from Viden, and I think he's just going to put the kibosh on this sucker, put the nail in the coffin, and end this once and for all as the gates are down and the Zerglings flood in. It's like a bad cinematic from the Zerg campaign. Kerrigan, stop that! And she's like, I can't. This is exactly what's happening right now. Viden rushing in, destroying mineral lines, sitting on top of the production facilities. Looks like he's cleared out of the main here. But wreaking absolute havoc on the natural. Banelings destroying everything. Wow, look at all those infested Terrans picking down anything they can, using all of that Fester energy. 3 more infestors getting built back home, picking off all the tech units, all the upgrade units, the armory going down as well. But honestly, the production from the Terran player is still in pretty good shape. He's building more barracks up top. He's saved a lot of siege tanks. Invalid is not out of this game by any stretch of the imagination. Planetary is morphing here at the 4th base, but the Zerglings almost certainly going to pick that down. Yeah, forced to cancel. It's raised up, but the infested Terrans are going to pull it down before too long. So that's a rough loss of the 2nd and 3rd command centers for our Terran player, who is now on pretty much, what, 1.5 mining bases? Maybe not even that. Let's call it 1. So a nice clear there by Viden. Again, the game is not over, but it's got to be getting close here. Viden overstaying his welcome, I think, a little bit here. Moving those infestors in, gonna lose a lot of infestors that he absolutely didn't need to lose. Yeah, and catches his mistake a little bit too late. Pulls back with a lot of Zerglings and begins morphing 22 Banelings, researching Burrow and Overlord Speed. Oh, Dropper Lords would be dope right now. Meanwhile, we have got a starport coming down. Finally, a couple starports coming down to increase, I assume, medevac and liberator production. But man, on only 55 SCVs and 2 mining bases, you can see that the income has fallen wildly in favor of Viden after a great successful attack on 2 different bases. And he's got a whole nother swell of Zerglings and Banelings coming up behind this at the 4th. There's nothing here to defend. He doesn't even need to use Banelings. He can just force the evacuation of the mineral line, and the Zerglings can pick off that orbital command as and when they like. A little drop up here, pressuring the Zerg player, but it looks like there's just too much here. Oh my god, 28 SCVs going down. Even the tank's gonna get surrounded and rolled through. The bio unit's melting to the Baneling hits, and there are Banelings left over to attack this tank on the ramp. As the Infestors move forward, there's really nothing left to kill. A nice little fungal growth, a second fungal growth, a third fungal growth, a fourth fungal growth, and that last Marine says, please God, let me die. Zerglings and Infestors everywhere. Zerglings back in the production facilities again. Invalid has bounced back from this. He's cleaned up everything at his in his main, but he's down to 19 workers. I think this is just got to be near the end here. Infestors everywhere. So many fungal growths on medevacs and Marines. Is he going to get these medevacs with fungal growths alone? He's got enough energy for it. And here we see the killing blow beginning to be made. Ultralisks and Zerglings coming across the map. A nice little creep highway leading right to this 3rd base. Invalid sums up the game very well by saying, brutal. Well played, and Viden is going to move forward into the semifinals of Platinum Heroes 1.